Oh, hey, what's up, dude? We're on stream right now. Watch out. So this is my buddy, Mark. He's from the Navy, as you can tell by his haircut. This is, can I say, like, your name? Your first name? Yeah. Okay, this is David, the Devin, fuck. This is Devin, the co-owner of CLG.
You're gonna stay at my house and not even know my name.
Listen, dude, one of your houses. All right, this is Devin from CLG. He owns or co-owns or manages or CEO or whatever.
One.
Something, yeah.
Co-owns. Right?
Co-owns it.
CEO.
Yeah.
So I'm told.
And he does a pretty good job. He's a pretty smart dude. He's got his shit together. Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate that. How's your stream going so far?
It's going great. We worked out earlier. We did that. Now we're here. So.
Oh really? Is it too hot in there?
It's so fucking hot, dude. Oh my god, dude. It was intense as fuck. I've never had such a workout before. I was tempted to jump in the pool after, but.
People do.
Oh, yeah?
Kind of that modus operandi, yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
It's good. It's a lot of fun. That's why I said you gotta go in early, but you stay up till like 9, so yeah. And if you work out in the middle of the day, that's a trip.
Yeah, that's what we're doing, dude. Making Arnold proud.
Yeah. Well, there's a whole other component to that, right?
What, actually being strong?
No, I meant the testosterone replacement, but you must have looked into that, right?
Yeah. Wait, why? How did you know about that? Oh, did you hear me talking about that?
I don't know.
I
just figured that you would have looked into it, knowing me.
Why? Because you think I'm a low T beta male?
Why wouldn't you have?
I don't know. I'm actually really
against. But you've already confirmed that you did.
Yeah.
By how you just worded it.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. I didn't know if you like were referring to something, but.
But did you come to any conclusions?
I don't. I'm like I'm very big on like science and everything, but like I like to be. This sounds really weird, but I like to be as I don't want to say natural as possible because I kind of eat like shit, but I don't like to take medication if I don't need to. So like I don't like allergy medicine or cold medicine or anything like hormone replacement. Like I don't think I would ever take melatonin to sleep. Melatonin?
Yeah.
Melatonin. Sorry. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Melatonin's right.
Melatonin. Mm-hmm. Melatonin is the skin shit. Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I looked into the TRT thing. I went to like a clinic to get tested and I'm like on the very, very low end of average. Mm-hmm. Do you know anything about like testosterone levels? Oh, okay. So I think average is like, it's like 350 to 950. It's like a really wide range.
950 is high.
Yeah. But you can be like anywhere in there like naturally, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when I tested, it was like 352.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like on the very low end. But when I looked into it, like when people talk about like testosterone replacement and everything, like I'm not symptomatic of low T in any way. So like, except for, I guess like I'm no fucking muscle, but like I don't have mood swings. I don't have like prostate problems. I don't have sexual dysfunction or like any of the other like low T symptoms. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if like boosting my testosterone from 350 to 700 would actually do anything.
It would.
But, maybe.
But I mean, it depends on your goals, right? Like what do you want to accomplish?
I just want to be stronger and look better. It's all vanity. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and that was the thing too. So like, I consider like I'll do TRT, but only if I'm like if my lifts are like capping out at really pathetic numbers. Like if my bench gets up to like 115 and I'm having to like struggle.
You have so long before you figure that out. Like
no. But that's what I'm saying. So like, what I want to do is I want to give lifting like a real shot for like 6 months. And if I'm literally like if I can't get my bench past like 115, 120, then it's like okay, fuck it, we'll do it. But if it just takes like a little bit more work to get up to like that plus one plate level, 165, 185, whatever, then I'm like, I'll just do it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Rather, because once you start TRT, you're on it for life, right?
Well, unless you want to suffer the side effects of it, right?
Yeah, well, because once you start supplementing a hormone, you stop producing as much, right?
Yeah, I mean, like you don't stop producing it like right away.
No, but if I were to do TRT, the what they were suggesting, the best option looked like a pellet that goes into your butt, pretty much. And it's a slow release over like, it's either 6 to 12 months. So like after that, I figure I'm pretty much on it for life.
I think even before you do that, you look at some natural ways to increase testosterone. So there's like a lot of research behind zinc. There's a lot of research.
So the three ways to do it are, it's zinc is one, compound lifts supposedly boost it, and then getting a lot of sleep supposedly boost it. But these are all like within like 5 to 20 picograms or whatever. It's like really insignificant. You're never going from, or at least from what I read, you're never going from like 350 to 500 because you supplement zinc and sleep a lot.
There's a pretty good study on NCBI that has a 300 to 900 increase by utilizing natural.
No way.
With 49 participants.
I would have to see you link me that. Yeah, I wouldn't believe that. Yeah. I'm already calling bullshit. Link it to me later though. 300 to 900.
Yeah.
That's like better than TRT.
It was really compelling. Yeah, it was 49 participants, double blind, whole thing. Yeah, I was reading it a couple days ago.
I would have to see that. Because everything I've read usually, like if you're talking about naturally boosting, you're like 10 to 20 or 30 at the most. It's kind of like taking the oral TRT supplements that will boost it for like 20 or 30 for like a day. But
you have to ask a lot of questions around it. Like, are those people that are doing natural? Like, are they actually being tracked? Are they like are they following those things to the letter? Right, that kind of thing. Right? Is it a double-blind study? And there's an enormous amount of assumptions that you have to make.
The most curious thing I am is where these people super fucked in the beginning. Like, if you got a dude that's getting like 4 hours of sleep and eats nothing or something, and then all of a sudden it's like, but even so, 300 to 900 is like, that's a massive. Like, even the guy that was telling me TOT, like, standard, like, he wouldn't put me at, like, the 900s. It would be, like, the 700s or 800s, maybe. So that's, like, a huge jump.
There's a really big difference between being at 300 to 700.
Well, this is what I read, okay? And I don't know, because I see a lot of conflicting sources, but what I read was that if your body functions naturally at 350 and you don't have any adverse side effects, that going to 700 doesn't actually help you at all. That if you actually want to see results, you have to like get on gear. You need to like pump it up into the thousands to actually like see a difference. But that if your body is like a body that normally functions at like 4, because of like free testosterone or shit, like if you normally function at like 400, that boosting it up to 600 or 700 won't make any difference at all, because your body just won't really do much with it.
It'll make a difference in how fast you develop muscle, because if you're naturally at like the 350 to 400 range, and you might be able to put on like 1.5, maybe 2 at the like absolute max a month, and that's like really aggressive. You need to be eating absolutely correctly. That's like your 200 grams of protein.
Yeah.
Like you have to do all that BS. Like if you're at a higher rate, then you could expect to put on like maybe 2.5 to like 3 to 4.
Sure, maybe, but it's just that what I've read is like if you are naturally at a higher rate, you could, but if you supplement from 400 to 600, that your body won't use it. But that might not be.
I actually don't know.
Sure, okay, yeah. That's just what I read, because I was really interested at one point in time, but it's possible that maybe it would help. I don't know.
I actually don't know.
Dude, I always get, every time we talk about anything for lifting, I get like the dumbest fucking shit.
Yeah.
I remember I had a guy arguing that you could put on 10 pounds of muscle a month. Holy shit, dude! I get like the dumbest.
You get these like armchair magicians that like have never
have like the dumbest.
They're just doing like those are the curl and the squat rack people, dude. Yeah.
Something like, I don't even know,
those
dude.
people.
There's some crazy fucking shit when we fucking get into
Do you have
this.
your chat up here too?
Oh yeah, there you go. It's my Destiny GG chat.
Everyone's just talking about Pat Pexel.
Talking about what?
Pat Pexel.
2 skinny fat betas discussing putting on muscle. That was a lot. This guy's a pretty good dude. He's very health conscientious. He used to do a lot of martial arts, and I think he's in decent shape.
Thank you. Yeah. Not bad, actually. I used to be a lot worse, but I lost 29 pounds on hot yoga, and I was actually one of those people. I was like one of those people that did all of the research and could talk about it, but didn't actually do it.
Oh, cool. That's like me.
No, you're doing it. Like
a little bit, barely, but yeah.
I think it counts. Like you've actually been consistent for longer than I thought you would be.
For like a month?
That's longer than I thought.
Yeah, it's longer than I've held any schedule before.
I thought you would do like maybe 2 or 3 workouts and be like, all right, fuck this, and then you actually like.
I was going like pretty hard at it a while ago, about a year ago.
Oh, really?
But I hurt my back when I being fucking retarded. I went to re-rack a squat, and I missed the left hook, and I relaxed everything, and I want to say I really want to say it was a herniated disc, but I didn't get it like actually diagnosed. But like, so like I left the gym that day, was like, oh, my back feels a little twingy, and then when I woke up the next day, every single fucking movement was like a knife, like, and it hurt for like a good like 4 to 6 months.
Yeah,
I got fucked. So I kind of got like, but it feels a lot better now. So
did you do any therapy on it, like any kind of yoga, thing like that?
No.
Recovers a lot faster. Yoga's like my big thing.
I think the only thing I was doing, because I went to see a physical therapist about it, was you lay on the floor and you like grab your knee to stretch everything out or whatever.
Like yoga.
Yeah,
that's the needle you put through here, and then yeah. I'm a big yoga proponent, but I can't get any other guys to do it with me.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, it's too.
The problem is that like yoga, like as a word, doesn't mean anything, because there's a million different, like, because for some people yoga is literally like doing a little bit of light stretching, but there's some yoga that like kicks your ass. It's like really intense.
That's the kind of stuff that I do. I think there's a consensus on what yoga is. I think like yoga generally refers to vinyasa flow, and so it's your chaturanga into your Sira Viskara A, so you're like up like this, then you're down again, right? Like,
sure.
It's that flow,
sure.
Up and down. I think that's like general consensus American.
Yeah, but like I mean, like it can be like the difference between like I do it for like 5 or 10 minutes to stretch a little bit versus like I do something that after an hour like completely leaves me fucking out of breath and like I'm totally wasted. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's no different from like weightlifting or anything like that. It just means you have to establish a correct
oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like when if you like you can't get guys to do yoga with you, is because when they think of yoga, they probably think of like just doing some light stretching on the ground and don't care.
Most of the people, it's because I take them once and then it's so hardcore they don't go.
Oh.
Because it's like 105 degrees. It's like
why?
Hot yoga?
Oh, you do hot yoga?
Oh yeah, only hot yoga.
Oh,
yeah, I can't do regular yoga. I have to do hot yoga. So I go every morning and.
Why we did some hot yoga in that fucking garage earlier? It's fucking hot as fuck in there. Holy shit, we did hot lifting.
Like 95 in there.
Yeah.
Yes, it's about 10 degrees hotter in the studio.
Why? What's the just to sweat a lot? I guess. Or
man, there is so much science behind it. I guess like the most prominent. There's actually a huge study that just came out from the. Is it the APA? And they just said, no, it's not the APA.
American Physicians Association?
Psychology Association.
Oh, APA Psychology.
Who's the ACE, the ACE guys, the fitness guys?
I have no fucking idea.
A big study just came out that showed that there's like a thing that happens in your body called heat shock, which sounds terrible, right?
Yeah.
But what it actually is it causes white blood cell death to accelerate. And replaces your white blood cells in your immune system, your T cells, with new ones. So exposure to high amounts of heat will basically reboot your immune system. And it causes you to get rid of all these toxins and all these problems.
Oh, detox. Sounds like we're into some bro science here, dude.
This is tying in. I'm citing a study.
Okay, I'll look it up.
And this also ties into all the Norwegian sauna bullshit and all that stuff. Like, why are they healthier in general? Because they tend to have those. Right, that's all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
You follow that? Like, you've probably heard that heat is good for you, that being in a sauna is good for you. You've never heard that.
I always hear the toxins meme and I start to tune it out immediately.
I don't know about that, but like...
Even if you were replacing white blood cells, how would that help? Your blood cells don't get rid of toxins from your body. That's what your kidney and liver do.
Well, your lymph system gets rid of toxins from your body. So, like, if you're supporting your immune system and you do that in your blood...
Wait, what does your lymph system get rid of toxins from your body?
That's what it does, right?
I thought that was for, like, diseases and shit. Well, like bacteria, not toxins.
It's the same thing, dog. Bacteria are toxins. Yeah.
I don't think that's necessarily true.
Bacteria, like look at gut flora, for example, right? If you have bad gut flora, right, and you have toxins, I mean, it's like now we're like subjective around the word toxins.
Well, I don't know. When people say toxins, I think of like mercury and shit. And then I'm gonna do. Well, you get like a vaccine and you got to remove the mercury from your body before it makes your kid autistic or something.
There's a God.
I don't know.
There's a whole other thing around getting mercury out of your system, right? Like there's a whole thing.
Oh shit! Do you believe in like the alkalinity of your blood or whatever? Do you drink like high alkaline
okay, so
alkaline
I
water?
don't believe in it, but I do drink high alkaline water.
Oh my fucking god, dude! Even
though I don't believe in it, I think it's pretty much. I used to believe in it 100%.
Okay.
But then, like everything I read showed that you can't modify alkalinity of blood.
Yeah, because it's very carefully controlled. It has to be like a certain pH.
Yeah, where you just like your body
die.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But maybe like I thought that like maybe the alkalinity could be hidden. This is total bro science, but like maybe the alkalinity could be like hidden somewhere else. Like maybe it could be in the stomach acid and that matters or something.
Okay, listen, I told my stream you're really cool. Okay, so let's talk about something different so they don't think I'm a retard, right?
Oh,
because now I'm starting to wonder.
What are we talking about then? If I wait, the minute that I start talking about blood alkalinity, I'm not cool anymore.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just kidding. You're cool.
Got it. Destiny disagree with it.
Fuck. This guy has seen every single Nolan film. I've seen every single Nolan film.
That's true.
Wow, we've got so much in common with each other.
Yeah, wow, we're best friends. I think what I love about this film is that if we actually sit down, we just know we're gonna go see a good film.
Hopefully, it could be his first bad one. Are there any other like directors that you like? Like you'll see if you know it's this director, you'll go see the film.
I used to be able to say that about Ridley Scott.
Wait, you didn't like Prometheus?
You could, yeah, I didn't.
It was like the worst film I've ever fucking seen in my life.
It was trying too hard to be good.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
What was the point when she finds out that the dude is still alive and like finds out that everybody there is like evil as fuck.
Yeah.
But they still like let her come along. Why? Why would they like not?
None of that makes any sense.
Yeah, none of it. Like ever since
and then the evolution that or the next movie, Alien Contact, right? Or whatever.
I saw the next one, whatever it was.
The movie
it just came out recently,
Prometheus,
kind of, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that was even worse.
I actually felt like I was watching the exact same movie again.
Kind of, except even worse, maybe.
Even worse, yeah.
I don't know.
Exactly. So, I used to say that about Ridley Scott. He used to have a lot of consistently good
What else did he make besides?
He made a couple of like, he made Gladiator, which is amazing.
Sick. Yeah.
He made Kingdom of Heaven, which is a sleeper that I really liked with Orlando Bloom.
Okay, never seen it or heard of it, but
Let's see. He did a lot of good stuff. Sure, your chat would know. What did Ridley Scott do that was good?
Blade Runner. Oh shit.
Blade Runner is amazing. Yep, that's the new Blade Runner is really good too. Kingdom of Heaven. Yeah. I feel like nobody Oh, he made The Martian, another fantastic film.
Oh, that was pretty good.
I feel like nobody actually remembers Kingdom of Heaven. It's like such a good film though. Black Hawk Down.
Oh shit. Okay, yeah, sick.
Yeah, so Ridley Scott used to be consistently really good. The only other person.
I really like Tarantino films. Do you like Tarantino?
Oh god.
Oh, you hate him?
Films. Yeah.
Okay, well.
I met his dad accidentally.
Wow, you're so cool, dude.
Yeah.
This is what he does. He just name drops all the cool people that he gets to meet.
That's
He saw the.
We're totally best friends that too, by the way.
Yeah, wow.
I'm gonna be in his next film.
Okay.
Yeah. I like some Tarantino stuff. Like I like the classic like Pulp Fiction stuff. Like,
Okay, maybe we can disagree on this then. I hate if I see a Wes Anderson film, I already know I'm gonna fucking hate it. Are you a big Wes Anderson fan?
No, I hate it too.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh my god. I feel like all of his movies like are like the most pretentious.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I see like what he was
Very good
going
point.
for, but it's like
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in high school. Like, and the script was written by a teen that feels like so fucking
Yeah,
enlightened.
he's like same tier as like M Night Shyamalan and Yui Bull for me.
Whoa, well that's kind of mean. I wouldn't. So like, let me hold on, chat. Don't think that. So I understand why people like Wes Anderson's work, and I understand what he goes for. I just don't like it. I wouldn't put him on the same level as M. Shimaya or whatever. That dude is.
M Night Shyamalan is actually awful. That dude is is terrible.
Whoa, dude. What about The Sixth Sense?
Michael Bay. Michael Bay consistently makes. Oh, it says Wes Anderson is too hard for you to understand.
Right. He's a retard. Don't worry about that.
Oh, Grand Budapest Hotel was a really good film, I thought.
Didn't watch it because it was a Wes Anderson film. Scorsese, I feel like he's probably a director that I would like. I just don't know what films he makes. I saw The Departed, and that's like one of my favorite movies of all time. It's so fucking good. Well, I'm not a fucking CLG fan anymore.
Who did Fight Club?
Oh, I should know, but I don't. Who did Fight Club, guys? Somebody's gonna say it, and I'm like, oh yeah. Oh fuck, the name is like on the tip of my tongue. Oh, Fincher?
Yeah.
Is it David Finch? Fincher?
Mm. What else did he do?
I don't know. Brad Pitt.
Mel Gibson actually.
Dude, he can't make like a bad film.
Yeah, it's
As much shit as he gets, like
everybody shits on him. Yeah, but he's like,
who can hate who can hate the Patriot?
The Patriot was really
You
good.
can't,
Yeah.
dude.
Solid
Who can
movie.
hate? What was the fucking Scottish one or whatever?
Oh, Braveheart.
Braveheart.
Yeah.
Who can hate Braveheart? You can't, dude.
No, it's really good. Braveheart was really good. The Patriot was really good. Hacksaw Ridge was really good. You saw
I didn't
that?
watch it, but I heard good things
You should
about
watch it. It's a really good war film.
it. Holy
Yeah.
shit, dude.
Yeah, I'm
It's
into
funny.
war films right now because I'm getting ready for Dunkirk.
Oh shit.
So I rewatched.
Even Passion of the Christ supposedly got good reviews.
I didn't see that.
You didn't? Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was a little bit too
Graphic? Preachy?
graphic. No, high level for me, I guess. Which is, I don't know. I don't know what he was trying to do. So I was like, I don't know.
What's the story of Jesus dying?
I guess I just read. Who's that?
Oh
Oh,
my god!
oh.
He did Apocalypto? Did you ever see that movie?
Really? Yes, Apocalypto was insane.
What an interesting.
Yeah,
Holy
that was-
shit.
that was
Oh, I forgot he did that. Holy shit.
Yeah.
He's like a huge piece of shit in real life, but like you can't hate his movies. Oh my god. I totally forgot that they did Apocalypto.
He did do that.
What that's a crazy movie. That's like you wouldn't even expect him to do that movie. It's so bizarre, but like
That's true.
holy shit.
That's true. Ask if I'm Jewish.
Are you Jewish?
I don't know.
You look Italian. Are you Italian?
I don't know actually.
Okay.
So
I have a friend who's very Italian and he looks like just like you.
Right.
It's really fucking weird. I keep wanting to call you Joseph.
I don't have any idea of like what my past is.
This guy said he's 5'11", and I'm almost as tall as him, so I might actually be growing. So for the longest time on my stream, I always said I was 5'7", because I thought I was 5'7", but then somebody like measured me, or somebody said something like, oh, I'm pretty sure you're like 5'8", or whatever. I'm like, really? Oh, cool. So I like gained an inch, and now you say you're like 5'11", but we're not that far off. So now I'm wondering, maybe I'm like 5'9". I like grow an inch like every time I compare myself to somebody. I haven't like measured myself in a long time though, so I'm gonna find like something.
If only you grew an inch every time you compared yourself to other people in other ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. Is that supposed to be like a low-key dick joke? I don't understand.
Yeah, that's what I was going for.
Oh,
How did
okay.
that work out? Like,
Damn, dude.
1 to 10, what do you
Listen, I don't need any more inches there, okay? I'm already in the upper end of 1 to 10 there, right? Calm down.
We're on Twitch chat after all. We gotta take it down. We can't keep talking about visionary directors and expect to get a good response here. Yeah, I don't know. I think you're closer to 5'9".
Okay, there we go, dude.
Yeah, I would say.
I'll be out of manlet status in like a year or two, guys. At this rate.
Still growing. Growth plate skews at 22, right?
Something like that. Something, yeah. I kind of wonder if I'm shorter because I was malnutrition growing up, though. I ate very, 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 very little. When I was in high school,
poorly? Like,
both. When I was in high school and college, when I got to college, like I've got a military ID, I weighed like 100 pounds.
100 pounds?
100 pounds. Like if I were to like cave in my stomach, like you could see like every single rib and shit. Like I was crazy, crazy, crazy thin.
Oh, they're only mad that I called them Twitch chat.
Oh yeah.
It's not Twitch chat. Are you guys all have Twitch accounts, right?
Yeah, that's my Destiny GG chat.
Oh, okay. You don't pay attention to your Twitch chat, right?
They're up. But they just spam shit emotes and stuff. So fucking.
That's cool.
Are my parents tall? My mom is kind of short. My dad is probably like, I think my dad's like full man size. He's like 6'1" maybe or something.
Yeah. When I read your chat, like if I'm just watching your stream, I pull up this chat.
Oh yeah.
I do think it's better.
Is this Malixia? Yeah. Oh, some guy knows who you are. There you go.
Unbelievable. Yeah. Yeah, I'm different now. I actually think that if we were to stream, like I was still streaming, we would have similar audiences.
Oh, well, that's good. I thought you said you would try to be like relentlessly positive and shit in your audience.
No, I told you that I couldn't do that because my natural state is profoundly negative.
Oh, you're saying if you were to go streaming full time?
Yeah, that would be the reality. It would end up more like me just ranting about politics and whatever else it is. Actually, I stayed away from politics when I stream. I'm surprised you covered that so safely.
That's not very safe. I get a lot of people hate me, dude, for it. Don't worry, it's not safe. Oh yeah, I get shit all the time. I had I had this oh no, I told you about that.
What?
The most recent thing where that black chick tweeted me and she was like, me and black is lit as fuck. This is why I'm never gonna join CLJ, guys. I'm sorry. I gotta be able to make memes like this, dude.
We wouldn't stop you. It's just a question if we could handle it.
Well, but no, because people get crazy about this shit. Like, if anybody found out I was on CLG, there would be like email campaigns like immediately from like 4chan and shit.
Sponsors and stuff?
I don't have any. But that's part of the reason why I don't. I mean, people have like tried to message Blue and shit before, but I've got a pretty good relationship with them, so I think it's okay.
Yeah. I don't think anybody would care if people message us as well.
Maybe, but you guys have a lot more to lose, so it's more lucrative. Like people could come after my sponsors, but they know it's not gonna hurt me because I make most of my notes. But if I'm part of a team and they know that they can really fuck with me by fucking with you guys, like they would do it. Yeah. That's like, why do you wear the mask? It's not to protect you, it's to protect the ones you love, you know? So that's...
Bring it all the way back to Nolan, man. That was really well done.
Yeah, I try to go full circle.
That was some memento shit, dude. That was really
good. Scripted as fuck, boys.
Who are the other people you're bringing? I just got that message. Who are the other two you're bringing to...
I think Albert, my violin friend, and then Lily, I think those two are coming.
Cool, okay. We should buy tickets around in like 45 minutes?
Whenever. I can pay for whatever if you need any, so... I don't know how rich you got. I always offer. I feel really awkward. I don't like leeching off people. When I hung out with Naniwa in Korea, I noticed that it was really sad that when I was hanging out with him, we would go out to eat or whatever, and he said that he said that it felt very strange that I offered to pay always whenever I split the bills or pay for him or whatever, because he said that every time people would hang out with him, they would always assume that he was going to buy for him, and I thought that was really sad.
Really? Because I don't feel like you make a lot of money in StarCraft in those days.
Well, first of all, fuck you. Secondly, we made the most money of anybody around. League of Legends didn't fucking exist, okay? Fuck.
Yeah, okay, but that's still not comparable to what we do today.
Yeah, but you don't know. You guys exist today because you came from us, okay? Firstly. Cool. Secondly, that's so true. That's so true. Where do you think streaming came from? It didn't start with fucking Owned in League of Legends, okay?
It came from Justin,
yeah,
like
but
from Justin TV.
Esports and all of that, first of all, came from Brood War, okay? Brood War was like the foundation. I don't even know 1.6 bullshit. Brood War was like the foundation of like real professional esports, and StarCraft 2 came out of that. And StarCraft 2 was the first time you started to get like the MLGs, the ESL, like the really early shit like growing, and then eventually like League came next. But like StarCraft 2 was starting to get up there, and like even though we weren't making that much, like $100,000 for playing video games that was a lot of fucking money.
$100K off StarCraft in those days?
I did, yeah.
Hey.
Had my business shit locked. But that was back when ad revenue paid like 6,000, 7,000, 8,000 a month for like 5,000 viewers. On Twitch.
Oh,
ad revenue used to be crazy.
Yeah.
That's why I said I'm always skeptical now.
Did you lose in that transition?
Yeah, probably 20. They probably owe me like $20,000-$30,000, and they just fucking. They never paid me for a single sub, and a lot of ad revenue didn't get paid out. But back then, like if you made like even if you made like 60, 70,000 working in esports, that was a lot of fucking money for esports for video games. I know that you can't believe it now. You guys hot shot with your 72 house fucking compound and your 16 pools and your 27 cars and the fucking Ferraris that you let Afro drive around and shit, but. Back then, dude, it was all we had, okay?
Okay.
These fucking kids today, dude, nobody respects the old guard. Wait, how? Oh, never mind. Fucking shitty. So, what's that?
I don't understand these combos. It did what?
Oh, they just spam emotes.
Oh.
Is this, so did you do like a podcast in here or something?
It's a conference room for either streamers to come and stream, or which is kind of like tertiary purpose, or it's like we have, when that's not available, we take meetings here. It's actually not like that dramatic.
I don't understand, like, why is that monitor mirroring that? That's why I thought like it was like a podcast room, like you guys can sit here and see what the camera sees.
I think that's for meetings. So if we need to put something up on like a PowerPoint or something.
Oh, gotcha.
Do that traditional office stuff.
These guys have meetings with PowerPoints. That's how professional these guys are.
It's getting there, man. I mean, I came from the same world where we were playing video games in basements and like not making any money. Mm-hmm. The first money I ever made off video games was on Twitch.
Oh yeah.
So like, I can kind of relate, but I just like I don't have like the history that you do, like where it's like you can definitely pull that. Oh, I came from the beginning where we had to walk uphill both ways and just
when we had to push streams at 300 kilobits per second.
Yeah, you had to like and I know like when you started, like you didn't even have OBS or anything, right? Like you can tell that story. Like you had to like manufacture your own like. Oh,
some guy in my chat ask him if he still dances.
I do.
Yeah, he does.
I dance on the regular.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. It's on YouTube, unfortunately. Still, I haven't DMCA'd it. I think I won't. You think I should? You haven't seen it still, Steven.
No, but somebody will link it and I'll watch it tonight. So
they'll link it right away. Yeah. I don't know if you'll watch it. Insane. I don't know. Like, I definitely can't like claim what you can, right, about your like history in esports. You definitely. But you didn't have OBS, right? That's what I was just saying.
Hold on, what's up?
Small talk, big thoughts, gonna tell them all just what I want.
Oh, that's good. Oh, you really can.
Street to streets, I see you and me hanging on the empty swings. Down high, low, don't worry, my eyes are closed. I'm the Superman and it's my show. One shoot, two, gonna kick with my
3,300 viewers. Holy shit, how long ago was this? Damn.
2 or 3?
What did you get up to, man? Your title was running the jungle the last time.
Well, we would do dance breaks for doing for hype, right? Like,
oh, you got like a hat and everything and like a little suit? Oh my god.
Yeah, we got into it, man. So
can you do like a whole like Michael Jackson song? Like you have like routines and shit?
Of course. Choreography, freestyle, whatever. I used to compete. So.
Oh, this is so cute. You should teach me to dance. I can't dance at all.
I would love to. That would be something that would get you 10,000 viewers for guaranteed.
After I get rid of my belly, okay?
It'll help with that.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, you don't have to take your shirt off to dance. That's not part of it. I can definitely do that. The thing is, too, that was like 3 years ago, and I kept practicing since then. So I'm actually a lot better now.
Oh, shit, bro. That's so cute. And you got a little maybe on in here and everything? Oh, my god.
So I was doing that so much that I was talking to the partnership guys of like, this is way before IRL, right? And way before Twitch cleared, like, you could do anything.
Yeah.
And I was like talking to partnership guys, like, are you actually streaming video games? And I'm like, well, yeah, this is a component of video games. We do it, like, we would do it to do something exciting, right? Like, and it actually is funny now looking at like all the movie streamers and all that stuff, like how different it is what Twitch accepts.
Yeah.
Versus back then when it was like an actual controversy that I danced like maybe 20 minutes of a stream.
Yeah, I remember.
That was otherwise just grinding League of Legends.
I used to do car streams a long time ago where I would take my phone. Yeah, and I got in trouble for that apparently a couple times.
Yeah, and now like Twitch is just like, fuck it. If you want to stream, like
do whatever.
Yeah. I'm surprised we haven't gotten any like Logan Paul type personalities yet. That's like coming.
Who's Logan Paul?
Really? Like 8 million on YouTube, like blonde-haired kid, like he has like a celebrity house and just does like.
Is he the guy that was in that YouTube Red movie recently?
Oh, I know how you'll know Logan Paul.
Uh-oh.
He went to E3. He dropped that $3,000 for fans. He got swarmed. Did you read this news?
Nope.
I thought you were like current, man. I thought you know what's
not
cool.
on YouTube.
You
shit.
just spend time reading Comey debates and fucking.
Yeah,
okay.
I have too many Senate Intel hearings to listen to. I don't have time for this shit.
Great. Okay, that's. They're probably equally of less importance, but okay. Anyway, this is like a Viner guy, right? Vine died. He came up on YouTube, got like 8 million subscribers in like 6 months.
So it was at VidCon. Okay, gotcha.
VidCon, yeah. Sorry, not E3.
It is Jake Paul. Jake Paul.
No, Jake Paul's a separate guy.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, Logan Paul and Jake Paul are separate, right, chat? I'm pretty sure that's right. Like Jake Paul is like this kind of like fuckboy incubator. Like it's like 8 or 9 like teenagers go into a house and like come out like Backstreet Boys.
I have no idea.
And okay, Logan Paul is like he travels around with like I think a midget.
Oh, they're brothers, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, and then like they're different. So they both have like 7-8 million followers. Yeah. So anyway, the fuck was I going with that? Oh yeah, like he basically like, films his life and like really fast cut. It's all like scripted too. But I'm really surprised we haven't had like I guess we have like Ice Poseidon, like those type of guys. So
I'm waiting.
Twitch has experienced that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My prediction is I think that the IRL section is only going to go long enough for something really bad to happen. I think it's going to shut down.
I totally fucking agree. The minute that someone gets
somebody's going to get killed or kill somebody.
Facebook because they can
absorb it. Yeah. Well, because when people think of Facebook, Facebook is the huge multimedia platform. Everybody knows what it is, but a lot of people don't know what Twitch is, and you don't want to think like, oh, Twitch. That's the site where that dude killed himself on, right? Like nobody wants to.
The minute that MSM picks that up and is like, oh, that's it, and that's how people on the outside see that. Like Twitch has to do some massive PR shit.
I kind of think that's why, like, I think Ice Poseidon got axed just because it was starting to get to that level. Like, even like the swatting on a plane, like, makes Twitch look really bad. Yep. But I feel like, I feel like that's gonna happen. We're just waiting for like that huge event. Oh, somebody's gonna get into a fatal accident or some crazy shit. Somebody's gonna get shot on fucking Twitch, and it's gonna be like, oh, that you mean Live Leaks 2.0?
Do you hear that story about there was this guy that like I guess he was a pretty normal dude. Like he was just kind of like talking pretty normal, but he was fed up with his job and just ended up shooting this old guy on the street. Just outright on Facebook. The
black dude?
Yeah.
I remember watching it. Yeah, I did. I watched that whole thing. Holy shit.
He literally just shot the guy, and Facebook took no negative PR for that. They were just like, yep, it happens. Like, it's
too big, yeah.
It's fine. But if that same thing happened
on Twitch, holy shit.
It'd be over.
Amazon sells Twitch that they acquired for $1 billion to like Microsoft for like 50 grand or some shit. Like, it's a toxic brand. We're done.
That'd be exactly what happens. Yeah, they just don't want to take on that liability. I worry about Twitch's image, like from the Bleed Purple standpoint. Like I think that we're losing that in favor.
From the what?
Bleed Purple is like the whole like original motto for Twitch. It's like this kind of idea of like by gamers for gamers, and like we're losing that in lieu of like booby streamers and ass cams and all that kind of stuff.
Maybe, I don't know. I guess it'll depend on how big the IRL shit becomes, but I mean, it's definitely things going in different directions.
It's already like number 3 or number 4 all the time on Twitch.
Is it right now?
Yeah, it's only eclipsed by League of Legends and sometimes PUBG and or not Overwatch. It's almost always top 5. You can check. Right?
I'm not checking, dude. I already got 2. This phone can do this. Did you know this?
Yeah, how are you
Look at this shit. You can have like 2 screens on the phone. So like here's my bitstream
profile. What phone is this?
It's this S8 Plus. This is so good. I'm so glad I discovered this.
Samsung?
Yeah, Samsung S8 Plus. Yeah, it's really sick.
I have a Pixel and I love it.
I was gonna get it, but it's shit, so.
Wow.
No, I'm just kidding. I was really close to getting the Pixel because the stock OS is actually really important to me. Yeah. The only reason I opted for this is because
Samsung has a lot of bloat, right?
Yeah. I think that has it's the Snapdragon 821, and this is like the 835. It's the newer chip, so that's the only reason I got this one because I wanted to stream.
Pixel version 2 coming out soon, though.
Yeah, well, soon. But I got this like 2 or 3 months ago. I'm not gonna wait 8 months for a new phone, right?
Yeah. I did this for the camera and like so I could take like really pretentious Instagram photos. That I never updated Instagram.
Oh, nice job.
Yeah. But it does take really good photos.
Yeah.
Pretty much when I got this photo of a cat outside, it was really good. That I want to show you for no reason, really.
Okay.
But I was really happy about it because the ISO was really good.
Rooting shit is really hard, guys. I rooted the last phone I had, but like when it comes time to like what you're gonna remove, like there's like a million things, and I'm too scared to start deleting shit because I feel like I'm gonna break my phone. So I rooted my last phone, but I didn't actually remove anything from it because I was too scared.
Look at that fucking cat. That's in pure darkness, by the way. Like that's like, I mean, there's like low light, but it's like really good. There. So we have an army of kittens in the CLG house. Can you see it? Probably not. We're like doing phone on phone action here. There's no way.
Hold on, it'll zoom. Just chill. Okay.
So. All right.
Okay, but anyway, army of cats.
Wow, that's a
It's
top
not gonna
notch.
zoom.
Yeah.
Alright, whatever. Chill. Okay.
This is why I think we're pretty far away from AI. What's your opinion on that? How far away are we from AI? I actually don't believe that true AI is possible.
Oh no way.
Yep, I think
It
that
absolutely is.
there's
You're
a-
100% wrong, but
I think there's a limitation on consciousness that we haven't discovered yet.
why?
Well, because I think that the use case for AI that's realistic is to solve problems. So I envision that there's an AI where you can do this, right? You can go and you can Google yourself, like Google effectively, right? You go into the search engine or whatever the GUI is. For
Okay,
this.
hold on. This is really easy to solve. Okay. Do you think that your mind and consciousness are entirely physical things, or do you think that there's some extra metaphysical thing going on?
Define metaphysical.
Like spirituality or soul or religion? Or do you think that like if I had a machine I could measure everything in your brain and recreate it perfectly?
I don't know.
Well, that's a yes or no question. Do you think that
Yeah,
do you
but
think
I
that your
don't
mind
know.
is something more than physicality, that there's something more?
I don't know. I mean, how can I know that?
Well, are you religious?
No.
Are you spiritual?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, then maybe you do
I
think there's...
meditate and stuff.
Well-
I don't know, what constitutes you as spiritual? You're using huge terms. Like, is it spiritual because I go to yoga and I know the words in Sanskrit for pretentious yoga poses? Does that make me spiritual? Like,
Well, I guess, like, the way that I do
spiritual
it-
because I eat salads.
think
Am
I-
spiritual because of, yeah.
I think the way that most people view it is like the mind is something that is a physical thing, and if it's physical, it can be replicated in another way. So,
Yeah,
But
but it also doesn't that also make the assumption that we can arrive at AI by purely just duplicating the mind? Like, how do you know you'll get the same outcome?
why wouldn't you? If it's all
Well,
physical and you're copying from one to the
Because
other.
there might be some mechanical limitation that we can't transfer over to computers. We may not be able to do that because maybe the body's dependent on something we have not anticipated, for example. Right?
Well, like bodies are like I can measure the amount of calories, the energy needed to run your body. Like that
Yeah.
exists in a thing. Your brain exists physically. I don't see any reason why we wouldn't be able to emulate that in another environment.
Because you can't maybe we just can't make it all work together like in an electronic form, or like maybe we can't like how do you create consciousness, for example, right? Like how do you solve that? Like you can't find like the idea of like soul or consciousness in the brain yet, right?
Well, whatever
so-
consciousness is, if we even agree that it's a real thing, it's just an abstraction of what exists physically in your mind. There's
What
not
I'm
like a
saying
separate.
is like I think that like for things like decision making, like you can point that to the neocortex. For things like fear, you can point that to the reptilian brain. That those kind of like there's different sections of the brain that control those things, right? But yeah, for however we define consciousness of like I am or I'm thinking and therefore I am, right? Like that's not something that we can locate in the brain yet. Like we can't find that. I think it's too preliminary to assume that we can duplicate those things and that there isn't some kind of barrier. Like let me give you a good corollary, okay? That I think that would actually like maybe expound upon this a bit. Why do you always say "oh" when I do that?
What?
You always say "oh" when I tell you I'm going to give you a good analogy.
No, it's just what I say. I'm sorry.
Okay. That's it. All right.
Sorry.
Do you believe that every disease is inherently curable?
Probably. Oh, that's a really loaded question. I don't know.
Yeah, you don't know, right? But like, so there might be a disease that is so gnarly or just like brutal or
It's
smart.
possible.
Or whatever.
Like, how about like
Right?
radiation poisoning is probably not curable?
Maybe, or maybe even like a form of like advanced influenza, like maybe like the Spanish flu comes back and kills people
Sure.
like it did in 1910. Okay, so there's a limitation to what human beings can apply scientifically to accomplish an outcome. Okay, so maybe there's an instance where you can't fix Spanish flu, you just can't, and so that's it. That's the natural barrier, and I'm basically saying, extrapolating that there is such a natural barrier in creating consciousness.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I guess the thing that I have a problem with is if you look at it from like a physics point of view, like the energy is like if somebody was saying like could we emulate the conditions inside the sun, right? That might be something where I would say like okay, well the sun is a massive thing and there's a lot of shit going on in there. It's possible that we just don't have the energy to run a simulation that could recreate all of the events going in there.
But
when
you
you're thinking about
certainly
like
envision how you could do that. Yeah.
maybe, but I don't know, to accurately emulate every single little part of what's going on inside the sun, it's a huge thing. You need a lot of
You think
energy.
that consciousness is not?
No. Because I can, for instance, I can measure the amount of energy that what you consume, 2,200 calories a day or something like that. Like I can measure
That's
the
way
amount of
different than consciousness.
But
That's
no,
just
but
thermodynamics, it's just body
physically
weight.
speaking, there's not like a magical extra source of energy that you're drawing from. You are taking in this much energy, and
Why
without
are we even talking about energy? Like the
because
pretext
energy
is
becomes
consciousness.
because the energy is like your big limiting factor on a lot of things, right?
No, but we're talking about like the flow of consciousness, the flow of free thought, the ability to have thought. Like these are very different things than like,
I don't think so.
Than calories in, calories
Calories
out.
in, calories out. Yeah, it's about
It's
the.
totally
I think it's
different.
totally the same thing.
How do you
If you
figure it?
because if you can do these things with this input, with this finite input of energy, right? Then it's got to be emulatable. It's not like why would it be unattainable? Why would your brain be so complex that we couldn't emulate this with machinery somehow? Like the machinery that we were building is already so small and finite that they were way smaller than like the size of like a lot of shit that we ever thought we could ever do. We're probably approaching. I mean, like way smaller than fucking cells and shit. Like we're almost getting down to the size of like a 14 nanometer processor is literally like dozens of like carbon atoms apart between like transistors. Like it's insanely small. Like I don't know why. Like and knowing that the mind can only use a finite amount of energy, it's not like we're drawing from some infinite energy source.
Because I don't think that like okay, so I guess the way I would attack that is I would say if you recreate the circumstances where that energy is being delivered into that system, it doesn't necessarily guarantee the creation of that system.
Why not?
Because the creation of that system could have other outliers that are dependent on it.
But
it's like saying that like if you shoot a bunch of energy into a power grid, like you still need lights to turn it on. You still need that energy to produce something, an outcome, right?
Yeah.
And so consciousness
but if
has
we
all
know
kinds of problems with it that we don't know yet, like.
I guess I just don't know. Like we know the parts of the brain. We know.
No,
like,
we definitely don't know
we-
what consciousness is or like where.
Well,
it
but that's
comes
because
from.
consciousness is like a really abstract concept. That might not even necessarily be. Maybe consciousness is just a buffer that we have that weighs decisions because we can't make them instantaneously. Like,
Let me this is how I think it would work.
Okay.
I think that what AI can do at a very high level is solve very complex problems that human beings cannot solve. So if we look at something and we say we need to solve the carbon crisis, right? We need to solve the problem with the atmosphere and the ozone layer disappearing and the fact that like we're all going to be overcome with global warming, right? Then maybe it's not possible because of politics and biases and things like that to solve that problem through human beings. So that problem gets plugged into like the Ethereum network, for example, which is one of my big arguments for why I think that cryptocurrency is going to really, which is a discussion that we need to have at some point.
Okay.
But it gets plugged into a multi-computer network like that, right? And you go, how do you solve this problem? And it spits out an answer that's realistic and that's attainable and has goals. And the human beings cannot duplicate that because we have biases and we have political inclinations and things like that. So I think that that's the maximum use case for AI. I don't think AI ever develops its own consciousness and like decides to take over the world, or has the ability to decide if you should.
I don't know if it would take over the world. I don't know. I guess like you would have to go into like what do you think? This gets a little bit above the pay grade here, but like what do you think like consciousness is? What do you view it as?
What do I think consciousness is?
Yeah.
It's a very tough question.
So like this is how I view it.
I think it's easier to say what consciousness isn't.
Okay, so this is what I view consciousness as, okay? I think that you have a number of sensory perceptors, right? So like your vision, your taste, your smell, right? I think that you have all of that, right? And I think that you have like a buffer where you have all of these different inputs, and in order to decide like what the optimal kind of decision is or what you want to do, that buffer that exists that you use to weigh those decisions against each other, I think that's essentially your consciousness, right? Okay. So if I make a calculator and I have this calculator where I have to plug in like numbers and just, spit out a number, I don't think that there's much consciousness there because it can decide things instantly, right? Very, 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 very fucking quickly, right? However, if you ask a question of sufficient complexity and the circuit or the network is sufficiently complex enough to weigh, millions of different variables like we kind of do as people, right? And then you gave this device like the ability to communicate, I think that it would be something similar to a conscious being where you could talk to you and go, okay, well, what do you think, computer? And because your question is so complicated, it can't do it instantly. Like I think it could talk you through the process of trying to figure that thing out. But yeah, I guess that's just.
I completely agree.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then how could that not be emulatable?
Because I think it leaves out a lot of subjective, emotional.
Yeah, but all of that emotional shit that's just more sensory input. That's all it is. Yeah, it is.
Like,
it all is.
I don't know if that's clear. Like, if you want to experience, like, viscerally experience, like a sunset. And you want to like have a computer run through all of the emotions and all of the variables of that thing. I think that's a different.
That's
thing
why
than
I'm
the time
saying
you
it's
solve
literally
energy crisis.
millions of fucking things. That's
But
why
it's not just an aggregation of variables that determines something like that. Like,
I think it is. I think it's just a lot of variables. That's why like bugs don't seem to have consciousness because they don't weigh very many variables. They're very simple creatures don't. But the more
you don't
sufficiently
think that dogs get sad?
well, sufficiently correct because dogs are on a level where they have sensory perception of a million different things. They've got history, they've got like a memory, they've got all sorts of things that they're weighing against each other for punishment reward. Like it's a very very
under
complex.
Your system, that dog should also be doing calculus because.
Because it's not. It doesn't have the complicated neural mechanisms necessary for that level of reasoning. But the consciousness that you see is just the idea of weighing all of these things and constantly making decisions. Right? As a human, you're constantly making a decision. Right? Whether or not I want to move my hand like this or move my head or move my arm. Right? We're not breathing. That's automated brainstem shit. But like that. This is like it's just. I think that the consciousness is just the buffer of weighing those decisions. But as we've made computers more and more complicated, they make all of their decisions instantly, and two, they're not generally communicating with us, especially verbally, while making decisions. So I don't really think you see that process at all. But I don't see why, as complicated as computers and machines have gotten, it couldn't be sufficiently complicated to the point to where it can communicate with you while also weighing millions of variables.
I think that it can, but what I'm saying is you don't believe there's any limitations on that can duplicate the human mind completely.
If human minds consumed far more energy, I would believe it, but at only thousands of calories a day, I don't see why we couldn't. That's a very low energy system.
So it's only a matter of energy to you.
From like a really pure, like maybe this is like too pure into the physics route, and maybe I should go more into the biology route. But yeah, from a physics point of view, like it's a trivial amount of energy to emulate the human body in terms of what we need. So I don't see why the system has to be completely impossible to emulate.
So why haven't we done it yet?
Because the algorithm, because the problem isn't the energy. The problem is the complexity of the system is absurd right now.
Yeah.
But we've gotten more and more into it. But like things like biology or health, like these are, I don't want to say it, but like these are borderline soft sciences. Even things like genetics are very, very, very fucking hard. Like there isn't like the intelligence gene or the muscle gene or the fighting gene. Like it's an amalgamation of like thousands or millions of different variables.
Is your opinion that in the last 30 years we've made progress in that field?
Oh yeah, for sure. Okay. Oh yeah, hugely, bigly.
There's a lot of controversy there, right?
Over what?
I can't remember if you're a Sam Harris fan or not.
I hate Sam Harris.
Okay,
he's a fucking idiot.
So Sam thinks that the entire world's going to get taken over by AI in short order, right? Like,
I think that's a reasonable position to take.
Really?
Well, maybe not taken over. I guess it depends on how dumb the programmers are. But I think that like the concept of a singularity, I think, is inevitable. Depending on how it's so like the difference is like this is basically how it works, okay? Is if you believe that the human mind is entirely physical, it's very hard to make an argument that it's at such a complex level that it's completely unemulatable. So if the human mind is emulatable by a machine, then you can make it better because it's a machine and we're not restricted like we are in biology, and then eventually it will become more intelligent than humans.
But we've established that there are some things in the physical realm that human beings may not be able to modify. So to use the virus example, right? You may never be able to find a cure for Hanta, for example, or the Spanish flu.
Well, but this is what I meant when I asked you about this is what I meant.
There are biological systems that are complex that the human beings.
That's not necessarily true. That's why I said it was a loaded question. When you say it's not curable, right? So my greatest example of something that's not curable would be something like radiation poisoning. Because the reason why this isn't really curable is because radiation poisoning destroys the DNA in like every single fucking cell in your body, right?
Yeah.
So
viruses have the ability to do that as well.
Sure, they do, But even for something like that, if you had the sufficient medical technology to grow a clone in a day and replace individually every single cell, now is that like realistic, or will we ever reach that level? I mean, I'm sure we could like 1,000 years from now, maybe. But
I want to assert very clearly that there are biological structures that human beings may never be able to figure out. You may never ever be able to solve.
Why?
Poisoning, or you may never ever be able to create a human that can tolerate 1,000-degree temperatures.
Well, maybe not that, because that would require a level of genetic modification that is impossible.
Because
but in terms of
to establish that extreme, to then take that down, if you accept that position, then you accept that there are physical boundaries we cannot overcome.
Well, but 1,000 degrees of heat that's like a physical limitation, not like a biological attack. Like it's a
biological limitation. There are things
a biological, but not like a disease. Like I think that all diseases are probably curable if we had sufficient technology.
Okay.
Like, I would say that.
Then. Is there a biological system that human beings can't master?
I don't think there is.
Okay.
But
well, then I think as long as you maintain that position, you're correct in what you're thinking.
Or consistent at least, right?
Yeah, consistent. But I think that I guess we come down to opinion at that point, where it's my opinion that there are aspects of consciousness that cannot be overcome in that way, and that at least until demonstrated, that is correct because we haven't overcome them. right? And I also question the overall like statement that as the AI has progressed as far as people think it
Oh
does.
no, it has so much. So the biggest deal.
I really disagree with Sam Harris on that, where he's like
so
we're
the biggest,
on the verge of like
the biggest
like,
progression in AI is if you look at stuff like DeepMind. So this is the big deal for AI recently. So what AI, quote unquote AI, used to be able to do is AI could take very, very, very specific problems and then apply. Do you know like what an ASIC is, right?
Yeah.
That's what AIs used to be. Are ASICs. You would basically make a specialized machine or a specialized algorithm to deal with a very special problem, and it would spit you out an answer. But today, the AIs have gotten much more general. Like this is kind of so we have things like neural networks where you can actually, from nothing, you can teach a general AI, not an AI built for a hyper-specific thing, but you can teach like a general AI to be better at, for instance, Go. That Go was a game where people thought that AIs could never beat humans at Go because there were so many permutations. It was too complicated, right? But the general AIs have gotten so good at like learning things.
No doubt,
right?
yeah. That has progressed, but and that's like. So what Sam Harris would have you believe, and I think this is actually a literal thing that he told people, was that the Google engineers are like have Ethernet ports that they're blocking off and they're like faking to see if the AI tries to get out, right? Like that's the level.
Which is what you should be doing, I think, at some point.
Definitely, yeah. But it's implying that we're at that level that the AI is going to decide to make its escape, right? And it's going to go out into the world
and do some crazy shit. Yeah, we're probably still pretty far away from that. I think we're pretty far away from that. But the gains have been huge in like the neural networks.
Huge in terms of decision making and problem solving, but not emotional or EQ.
But emotional and all of that is that's just more fucking memes. It's just more variables to weigh into account.
Progress in it?
Well, because emotions aren't needed to be conscious. I don't think you need emotions to be.
That's not relevant to why we're not making progress in it. That's not.
Well, but we're making progress in terms of like you can give an AI a goal and it will figure out how to solve it without you throwing algorithms or anything at it.
But an AI can't help you with ethics. It can't help you with emotions.
Well, AIs can't help with ethics because philosophy is disconnected from.
No, but that's the case I'm building. Is that if it were indeed true that AI could solve those problems eventually, right? Would you not see progress that was at least promising in proportion to the progress we're getting from decision making and problem solving?
Maybe, but that's reaching like a level of generality we're still pretty far off that. But I don't see a reason why we wouldn't get there eventually. But you're getting into like very general. When you're talking about like ethical analysis, you're getting into like really, really generalized territory there. I don't know if that'll be a while before they get there, but I think the idea right now that you can take an AI and just give it like a goal, like get good at this, and it will figure it out given some time.
I have no doubt that that's the case. I also think that like you can say, okay, we're going to have problems with water distribution by 2050, which is something that's going to happen, right? Like there's going to be problems.
Well, that's because there are retards that live in places with clean public drinking water who think that it's not drinkable.
Oh, God.
Okay. But sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I use it to water my lawn. Whatever the reason is, right? There's a host of reasons why that's true.
Okay.
I believe that you can give that problem to an AI and it can solve it in a way that is.
Yeah, but even that could be like if you're talking about like solving that on multiple levels, that's more complicated than any like emotional or.
I think that's where we disagree. I think that emotional EQ type stuff is really difficult to unpackage.
Oh, okay.
And that's why we haven't done. But okay, the best defense I have is use case. We have not progressed in this field.
Well, I don't think we make any effort in that field.
That's absolutely not true. You think we're not trying to teach computers to feel if we could?
Not because it doesn't. Like, let's say that we give a computer the ability to feel pain. Is that like a good? Like, why would we even spend time?
You're talking about a society that how much dumb R&D do we spend doing ridiculous?
Well, I mean, like, so we have some R&D that we spend on, like, no, but we don't spend a lot of money doing stupid shit. We usually spend money where there's money to be made. That's where most R&D goes. That's the biggest problem in science funding right now is that most R&D money, if you work in a college and you're like a professor or you're trying to, like, if you're one of those people that have to churn out fucking grant after grant after grant proposal in order to get fucking funding, it's hard to get funding on shit unless it makes money. If there's money to be made, that's why our huge advancements in AI have come in things like manufacturing or like the pet projects that like Google does, like in their DeepMind shit. But yeah, typically all of the money in R&D goes to where money can already be made.
Yeah, that's true.
But so like getting a robot that can be like a philosopher or can like feel pain or happiness or sadness, it's not really.
I think there's enormous market implications for something like that. What if you could teach a computer to figure out what the fear.
Sure.
To,
So you're a business.
The bull to bear ratio is
Sure.
going to be in the market. Like
So you're a business owner, right?
Yeah.
So if you own a business and I come to you and you've got an option to put money in two different places, and one is like, well, there are market implications for teaching robots to feel emotions or whatever, and the other one is if you give us X amount of money, we can probably increase your efficiency in these factories by X percent. Well, that's an easy every time the money is going towards making your
It depends on what kind of business I'm running. If I'm running a factory business, then I certainly want the
well, but that's where all
efficiency.
the money.
If I'm running a hedge fund that's trying to predict market trends, I might be really interested in your second.
But that's where all of it is. The HFTs, the high frequency traders or whatever, those algorithms are some of the smartest mathematicians in the world are working on Wall Street writing algorithms for those HFTs.
Yeah.
And then some of the best engineers and programmers and AI people in the world are working in manufacturing because the general AIs that can do, because it used to be for robots in factories, they would do like the one fucking thing. But now you have these arms that can do all sorts. They can paint. They can put things on. They can do multiple projects.
A cooking robot. Have you seen that?
Oh, I haven't. But like,
you can YouTube it real quick. It's like a little, or someone can link it. It's the robot that can make like 200 recipes on its own. And it's two big arms, and it has like a mixing bowl, and it just goes in and it makes you whatever. You can just be like egg omelet.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. What's up? Hey, what's up?
What's up, buddy?
On stream or something?
We're
Yeah.
just philosophizing.
Oh shit, okay.
Yeah.
Do you need anything before I go?
No, I'm solid. I know our direction. I like what we're doing, but I really appreciate you taking time to talk to me.
No problem. Let me know if you need anything, okay?
You got it, dude. Cool. Are you actually gonna eat everything today?
Yeah.
Oh man.
oh shit.
He has a consultant for for working out.
Yeah, he said he came back this morning from it.
And the eating schedule is just brutal.
Is he trying to gain weight?
Build lean muscle as fast as possible.
Okay.
Yeah, so it involves eating a lot and working out a lot. So
Gotcha.
I'm earnestly supporting him in that journey, but unsure
Sure.
how executable it is. But yeah.
But all I'm saying is like all your big advancements in AI have come from where the money is to be made, which is things like manufacturing and then things like like the algorithms that show the
Yeah,
HVACs.
but defeat my assertion that a hedge fund owner would want to understand emotional market trends, for example.
Yeah, but emotional market trends are programmed into algorithms and HFTs, not in robots that can feel happiness and sadness or whatever, right?
Well, it'd be a robot that can take those variables and understand them.
But they do that with market analysis.
You think that happens? Like we have.
Oh yeah. Oh my God.
Well, then why aren't certain people making like trillions of dollars?
They are. They're the HFTs. They laid. They spent like millions and millions of dollars to lay.
Line, yes.
No, not even that. From transatlantic, a line over to the fucking London Stock Exchange, just to shave off like a few fucking milliseconds of ping time, so that they can get ahead of those trades.
Yeah,
the
but that has
HFTs.
nothing to do with AI. That's
I mean, well, I guess it depends on how you define AI. Like, I don't know. Like, the algorithms are incredibly complicated that those HFTs work with.
Well, in that scenario, they're trapping a trade, right? Effectively, like a trade gets processed we're talking fractions of a second here.
Fractions of a fractions, yeah.
Yeah, like in the fractions of the seconds that trade gets processed and sent to the exchange. They snipe it and they make a move based on it, right?
So that's one thing they'll do, where if they see orders being placed, they'll actually buy it and relist it before your trade actually goes through, depending on how it shows up on the books. Yeah, there's like crazy shit.
Yeah,
but also in terms of like...
You only have to do the picture.
Zach! When are we buying tickets? Zach! When are we buying tickets?
Soon.
Okay.
The HFTs still do like wide market shit too as well. Like there's a lot of analysis that goes on with like the trading for that too. It's not just like the order sniping and whatnot.
Could you repeat that? Sorry.
For the high frequency trading algos, like it's not just like order sniping. Like they do a lot of like they do a lot of shit.
HFT is high frequency trading.
Yeah, those machines.
The high frequency trading, it would seem like they're doing things to try to catch the market in certain modalities. That like it's.
Are you familiar with like? Oh shit! Are you familiar with like technical analysis?
Yeah.
For stock trading?
I'm very big into investing. I don't
know okay, so I'm pretty sure it's stuff like that on like a fucking insane. No, I just know enough to know I don't know anything about it. Right. But like I'm pretty sure it would be stuff like TA on like a retarded fucking level where they can see trends, and if something is like starting to happen, like the algo would catch it and would start trading ahead like crazy shit like that.
That's not necessarily, but again, like that's not necessarily guaranteed because of the emotion, right? So
well, but the markets
technical analysis.
Markets are emotional to some extent.
Okay, so let me give you an example.
And TA is actually all based on emotion. That's what TA is.
When you were Whoa, no. That's what fundamental is.
No, fundamental
I'm a
is
fundamental investor. I don't
okay.
invest-
Fundamental
I don't
is
invest in
logic,
analysis.
reason. I'm going to analyze balance sheets, and I'm going to look
I-
right. That's a fundamental.
And I'm gonna take all that, and I'm gonna think that this company is good or not.
Sure,
right? Like
that's
I'm
a fun,
not-
but that's a
which is
fundamental.
subjective.
But like, okay, but when you're talking about like the triple,
is
the
not
trip,
emotional.
TA is the triple Longhorn psychological pattern. TA is like, well, it went up and it's gonna go down, but people are gonna go back up again because that's where the last fucking.
I
I
think
think-
analysis purely, like if you look at like the Wyckoff method, for example, like it's all in managing like the trend is gonna do something guaranteed.
Yeah,
not
but
based on-
trends are usually based on emotion.
maybe, but sure, yeah, absolutely they are, but that's not that shouldn't be a factor in the trader's decision making.
But it can be if it's reliable. So let's say, for instance.
Emotion is never reliable. By
But
definition.
no, that's not true. If I punch you in the face, you're gonna be really fucking mad. That's
I might
really
be fine with
reliable.
it.
You might be, but 99% of the time. But if I was a betting man,
1% is
okay,
possible.
let's say that I'm a betting man, okay? Let's say that I bet on every member of CLG in this house. I can walk in and I can punch every single guy in the face, and I could give you odds. I could give you 10 to 50, I could give you like 15 to 1 odds, okay?
Yeah,
you pay me
probably
15,
could,
yeah. And I could say these guys will get mad every time. Now, maybe it's not 100% reliable, but it'll be enough that I'll make a fuck ton of money off of it, right?
No, because that's okay. So in StarCraft, when you were Grandmaster at one point, right?
Yeah.
I remember
Fuck
it
you.
was kinda hard-
I was semi-pro.
Well, yeah, but it was kind of hard for you to maintain at some point.
No, it was never hard to
Weren't you
maintain
between
GM.
Masters and GM?
No, I was
think-
never struggling to get into GM. I was always in GM easily, anytime I wanted to. Fuck off.
Are
Go
you
ahead
sure?
with your point. I'm
All right,
positive.
okay.
Yes.
Okay, just checking. Just
Fuck off. Go
just
ahead.
Trying to see how. Okay,
Okay.
so all right, assuming that's true. How often? What was your win rate like? What was your win rate like?
It must have been, what, 55 or 56%, I guess,
Yeah.
to maintain GM, yeah?
Yeah. So, but it wasn't 100%.
No.
Yeah, right. Like, and our best league players, right? I mean, they're at the 54 to 55% range.
Yeah,
right?
sure, yeah.
Right. So, if in stocks, pretty much the best. Like Warren Buffett, right? I think he says he's right, and this is completely subjective. Maybe 60% of the time.
Sure.
65. Okay. So assume that's like the best investor in the world. I would argue that he's not necessarily the best investor in the world, but whatever.
Sure.
Who am I to talk about that? I don't have like $1 billion. Okay, so you can't make decisions with a lot of money with those kind of ratios and assume that you're going to get high returns. You have to hedge your bets, right? You have to hedge your risk, and that's a whole nother factor. So
Sure, but
you
like the
can't just
HF
have these programs run
But-
and then make these decisions.
But they do. I don't think the HFTs aren't... Okay, so someone in chat can correct me if I'm talking too much here, but I don't think the HFTs are not built on any level of fundamental analysis. I don't believe so. It's all like trading psychology.
I don't know.
Isn't that what
Yeah.
most HFTs are, guys? That's what like all the complicated... I don't think that they're like... I don't think
Are
they
you
use...
sure the people you're asking this is...
I have some people in chat, like...
Okay. Do you have like full-time traders? Like...
I've got everybody in my chat, dude. Every now and then a smart dude will show up. But like, I'm pretty sure like the HFTs and shit that are making all the money doing these like millions of fucking trades a second and shit, like that isn't like HFTs are all technical trading, Destiny. It's the sole reason why I do technical trading for...
I would agree with that person. Yeah, like...
Well, but I believe that technical trading is like psychology and emotion.
Yeah, and I think that's your problem. I think that, like... Okay, well, then you can confer that with your chat, right? Like, I don't think that technical analysis has any emotion in it.
But it is, because it's all trend checking. That's all it is. A trend is just an emotional...
Trend analysis is different from technical analysis. Trend analysis is a whole other field of study. Trend, fundamental, and technical. Technical is just the numbers, dude.
But the numbers
Like,
are
the numbers
like I'm
are
trying
based
to.
off
So let's say that we have.
history,
Let's say that we have like a stock is starting to fall, right?
Yeah.
So let's say that we have a stock is starting to fall, and I want to use TA to see when I should buy in at, right?
Yeah.
So for TA, I would go back and I would see where are my strong supports at, right?
Okay.
When you're talking about a support, this is emotional bullshit. You're looking at where do people probably have orders placed to do buy, right? To do buy orders or whatever, or market orders, or where do people probably have these orders placed at? And I can go
Still
into the
talking
past
about-
and look. That's an
Okay.
emotional bullshit.
I identified the problem.
No, it's not like
You
people
think
look
that
at
trend analysis is technical analysis, but it's not. They're two different things.
No, I'm talking about TA right now. I don't
Still
think.
talking about trend.
When you're talking about like when you're looking
you're
at like
talking
supports
is
and
like
shit, and you're
trend,
talking
that's
about
all
emergent
trend.
patterns
That's
and
all
shit,
trend.
that's not technical
That's not
analysis.
TA.
When you're talking about like the double fucking mountaintops.
That's all trend. That's all trend.
Okay, then maybe
The way
I'm.
I learned trend is there's a method called the Wyckoff method, and that's how I know trend analysis. And
Okay,
it
would you
didn't
agree that
serve me-
trend analysis is emotional? Kind of. When you're
Yeah,
talking.
yeah, very emotional.
Okay,
Yeah.
then maybe that's it. I always learned that was what TA was.
It
so.
didn't serve me in the markets
Well,
by
that's
the
because
way.
it's bullshit.
Yeah,
That's because it could be
yeah.
any pattern before you know
the
5
only
hours.
thing that has made me money in the markets is fundamental analysis.
Yeah, well, that's because
Yeah.
that's really the
So,
problem.
and particularly in
Unless
companies
you
that
can
know
do
a lot about.
TA like at 1,000,000 microns a fucking second or whatever, like a machine can, which is I think how, or maybe they're doing
Yeah.
trend analysis. And if that's what you're saying, they all do trend analysis, not fundamental analysis.
Well, I think HFT is strictly technical analysis.
Okay,
Because
so
by
what is
definition,
technical
it can't look at
analysis?
trends.
Well, it can look at trends, past
The
performance,
trends are emotional. We just established that.
but you can
And-
analyze emotions and see how people will respond. If I drop a firebomb in the theater tonight to do an experiment, okay, I can guess where everybody's going to run. That's all based on emotion.
Maybe you're right. I think we lost it in the.
Wait, so what is explain to me what you think technical analysis is? Because clearly we're thinking.
It is an analysis of stocks based on historical data, historical numbers,
Sounds like chart patterns then. You can.
not patterns, not trends. Trends are like you describe trends really well, like support structures and like all
Yeah.
that stuff. Yeah.
How is that not historical performance?
Because one is an analysis of historical performance. One is an analysis of what you think the market is going to do based on what people are doing.
and based on
Right.
past performance, right?
No, okay, like the whole reason why trend analysis is like a problem is because it's not people that control trends in the markets, right? It's hedge funds. The people, right? Like you and I are very small players in the markets. We don't like cause ATVI or Google to go up and down.
Yeah, maybe, but like markets can be emotional as well. Here's an example where I would have made $1 million if I had any money, right? The day the United shit happened, right? I said it on stream, but I don't know how to. What?
Did you watch United win this?
Yeah, I didn't know like any of the. I don't know how to do options trading, but like I would have shorted that.
And you would have lost. The stock didn't go down. The stock
It
went
did.
Up.
No,
didn't.
it
Go
dropped
to
for
history.
1 day, right?
No, it went up.
No, you're wrong. It dropped. No, I know this because I watched this like very fervently at the time.
It's down
Because
to 6% right now.
no. I'm saying that on that day, United fell like quite a bit. Or shorting, I'm sorry, shorting is the wrong word. But the United stock fell for 1 day, but I was like, dude, this is going to bounce back in a day. This is fucking retarded. And it literally, like the next day, it was completely back at normal. It literally took like a day or two. But on the
Someone
day,
confirm this?
just
Like,
go look it up on fucking TradingView or
I was
whatever.
going to,
United
but
stock.
Can I pull it up here?
Yeah, go search for it. But like literally, the United stock fell for 1 day, and then the next day it returned back to its normal levels. But like that's like a 100% emotional response to what was going on that you could have made a fuck ton of money on, only looking at like emotions and shit. Destiny, fucking off yourself, dude. Fuck you. I know I'm right. Bring it up. Bring up TradingView. I know I'm right. I looked at all this shit the day that it fucking happened. I know I'm 100% right. The United stock fell for 1 day, and then like the next day it rebounded completely.
I can't find the exact fucking day this was on. Do you know?
I don't know.
What was the day? This is when they punched that guy, or they threw the guy against the chair, right? What was
It
the-
was when they asked the guy to leave, and he decided that he wanted to be a fucking
They
fighter
sent the cops
warrior.
in and they threw-
And the
Wait,
cops
what?
tried to
That wasn't
remove
what
him.
happened, right? Was it
The cops
Dr.
asked the
Gallo or
guy to
whatever?
move out, and he was like, "Fuck you! I'm gonna fucking fight this shit." And then he got a little bit roughed up, and they had to take him
whoa.
off the
I don't
plane.
think that's what happened.
That's
is it?
exactly what
It's like-
happened.
Really? It was that nice little Asian gentleman. And
He wasn't nice. He was a piece of shit. He didn't get
Really?
off the plane when they told him to fucking leave
Why did they tell him to leave?
because they needed the seat. He lost the lottery. They offered $850 for people to leave. Nobody took it. They picked 4 people to leave by
And
random.
they called security on. They pulled him
Because he wouldn't leave, yeah.
They
So
threw
the
him in a
3
chair.
people left totally fine. He wouldn't leave at all. When they tried to pull him from the chair, he smashed his head into the fucking side because he's fucking retarded. And then they had to drag him off afterwards. They gave him some medical attention. He's fine now.
Asian MMA doctor. They had uniforms, had police, but they weren't police. Is it dinner up? We gotta get dinner. I'm still trying to find. Can we find the exact date on that? April 10th. This guy said that's totally Shadowrun. What's this?
That's the bullshit version. So you guys know I'm right, okay? Fuck off.
April 10th. A lot of people are saying April 10th.
Oh, well, we can... Look, I can find it. Here. Hold on.
We just looked, dude.
Here, one sec.
April
Let
10th.
me sit here.
Alright.
So,
No, don't be sorry, man. We're looking at
you're not gonna... you can't do a resolution on this, I don't think,
Oh,
can you?
really? I don't know.
Okay, United stock. What's the ticker?
I was just there, dude. UAL.
Oh my god. UAL. Okay. So UAL TradingView. They're saying April 10th. You know how I can find it real easily? Because for 1 day there's going to be a dip. April, they said?
April 10th, they said.
Oh, fuck. How do I zoom in on this shit?
I have no idea. I think first you have to close that box in the upper left.
Okay.
Shift, mouse wheel? Shift, well, hold the shift? No?
What is it? Oh, my God.
Someone already pulled that. It went from 71 to 67, 75.
Yeah, that's a huge dip in one day. But then the next day it went like right back up.
Okay, so your argument is that you would have had the emotional intelligence to know that dip would have been, it was
With
like
bullshit, yeah.
one trading day, but so you would have literally been done at the end of the day.
So what I would have done, I said this on
You want to
stream.
show your viewers dinner? 'Cause I'm gonna do
Sure.
it.
What I would have done is like on that drop, I would have like bought like probably options for it to go back up. What do you call them? Puts or calls? I don't fucking know. I don't do any options trading. But I think that shit like that is probably like really easy money, right?
I can't
Hey, what's
tell
up?
you how many people though suspect that they're going to do something like that, but then they don't make the right trade. So like,
Oh
when-
sure, because it's
when I
it's
invested
bullshit for
in
me to do like a
Ethereum,
hindsight
I'm
call,
the only
right?
person in the house that made substantial money because everybody else either went in or out at the wrong time.
For what?
Ethereum.
Oh God. Oh yeah, this guy's a huge crypto nerd, dude.
I'm a huge crypto fan. Yeah, a big crypto fan.
Look at it. This guy's like a real cook, dude. Holy shit.
He's amazing.
He's on his shit, man. Look at this stuff. This is called pea shrimp. Fuck. Wait, what was it called? Peanut shrimp. Yeah.
Peanut shrimp.
Peanut shrimp.
And
A really good cauliflower, steamed cauliflower with...
steamed cauliflower. Why is anybody here? Oh, because the team dinner, right? Yeah.
Yeah, what's up, dude?
Not much.
Hi. Okay, I actually have to leave because I gotta go do my music stuff now.
How are you?
Yeah.
Are you
okay.
back in time?
Oh, yeah, of course. For Dunkirk? Why do you ask? Why do you even ask?
Right. Well, I enjoyed
Text
our-
me the,
I enjoyed
like-
our discussion, but
Yeah, text me like the theater or whatever.
details. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
will.
that I know where to go.
What I'll do is I'll give you the seats that we're in. Do you want to sit by us?
Yeah, I probably do. Why would I not? I'm just gonna go to the same theater and be in the back. Like, did you guys like it? I want to sit right next. I want to sit next to Afro actually,
Okay.
and you too. If you guys want to sit on either side of me, okay. But as long as I'm sitting next to Afro, okay, because he's really cool.
Wait, are
He's
you
pretty
one of those
good.
People that talks in theaters.
No, what the fuck?
Okay.
What do you assume?
I think there's a special level of hell for this type of people. I think.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe you should buy separate seats. I don't know if Lily and Albert talk in movies. Maybe you shouldn't.
Lily's actually the worst.
Wait, really?
She'll Google it and tell you what happens. Yeah.
Okay, buy them
I
like
don't think
separate
she'll-
seats
I
or
don't
something
think
then,
she'll
so
do
they're
that
not.
with me.
Okay,
I mean,
because you'll like MMA.
Yeah.
Okay, Albert seems really chill. I don't think he'll be bad. So.
Oh, he's a good guy.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a good dude. All right. Well, you're gonna do your music stuff.
Yeah.
You want to close down your stream, or all right? Well, thank you guys for listening.
Yeah,
to
thanks
us.
for being here, guys.
Thanks for bearing with it.
Yeah, this is Hotshot, the co-owner of CLG. He's a really cool dude. Thanks a lot, guys.
Can you actually introduce me the right way?
Yeah, okay, this is David, Devin Nash, the co-owner of CLG. He appreciates your contribution, guys. Make sure to support CLG and their
Subscribe
upcoming...
to Destiny. Donate.
Yeah. Oh, or don't, because I don't need the money, I guess. This is rationale for not ever subscribing to me.
I think I decided I'm gonna subscribe when I go home.
Okay, alright. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.